and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to talk about something different other than stocks to get into a little bit more of that finance and financial planning area, um, just so I can help you guys in general rather than just in stocks. Today we're going to be talking about exactly what you see here, and that is a credit card. This can be a very controversial topic for many people. Whether you listen to Dave Ramsey, which I do myself, who says you shouldn't have a credit card whatsoever, and even if you're going on his um, Total Money Makeover, he makes you cut up your credit cards just to get rid of them, and there's a good reason for that. I'm going to cover that in this video, but there's also a side of credit cards being beneficial and a good thing, so I'm going to cover that in this video as well. So stay tuned for that. Go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I love to see the continued support you guys have been giving me. So let's see how this video does, and let's get right into it. So I just search credit card because there's so many credit cards. You can literally get a credit card for anything, whether you like, you like Disney, you like, you just want good, um, uh, 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 cash back, I guess if you will. You could get a credit card for, like I said, just about anything. I'm blanking on a couple ideas, and there's several companies. You can get an Apple credit card, or you can just look over here, get a Chase. You know, there's all sorts of different credit cards, as you see here. Capital One, uh, NASCAR. That's an interesting one. As I said, Disney. Um, all sorts of different ones that you can choose from. Oops, did not mean to do that. Let's go back real quick. So let's just talk about the pros and cons of a credit card. So the pros, the biggest pro of having a credit card is the fact that you can get cash back. Usually it's around 2% or less. I know recently I go to KeyBank, and they offered me a credit card when I went in there, and I believe it was right around 2% cash back. So how a credit card works is they're going to loan you a line of credit. Say it's like $1,000 or whatever. It'll probably be a little bit more than that. But for this example, let's say it's $1,000. So what you can do with that money is technically the bank, that's still their money. You're just going to be buying things with their money. So you go out and buy a TV for $300 or whatever. So then you have $700 in your line of credit. You've spent $300 of that. Then you buy groceries for $100. So now you have $600 instead of, and then you go down to, you have $600. You spent $400 of that. And at the end of the month, you have to pay off that $400 or whatever it may be. Otherwise, you're going to be charged an interest rate, which then you're going to be losing money. And that's the biggest thing about a credit card is there are good things about them. There really are, especially if you're a prompt person, if you're ready to, if you're going to trust yourself to pay off the bill every month. Like with a debit card, you don't have to do that because technically that's your money. But if you trust yourself to pay off that bill and you know you will do it each month, then having a credit card could be a good thing because you're going to earn that 2% cash back or whatever it may be. That's, and that's essentially free money. It's not because you're spending money to get it, but you're going to earn that money back. And this is where the problem lies. Dave Ramsey, when he discusses the fact that you shouldn't have a credit card, is true for the financially irresponsible people. And those are the people he's trying to help. He's trying to help people get out of debt. And one of the biggest reasons for having debt in this country, if not the biggest reason, is a credit card. You don't make the payment. You don't pay off, say you spend the full $1,000. And likely that's not going to happen unless you're making some big purchases, in which case your line of credit will probably be more than $1,000. So so you don't pay off the $1,000. Whatever you don't pay off, you're going to be charged interest on that. And say, I'm not 100% sure on what the interest rate would be, but say it's 12%. Then, if you have $100 left, you multiply that by 12, then you owe $112. And that may not seem like a whole lot of money to some people, but to those who are trying to get out of debt and they're living paycheck to paycheck, that is a big deal. So that is where the problem lies with credit cards. If you are not financially responsible, as Dave Ramsey talks about with credit cards, you don't need one. You really don't. If you can't trust yourself to pay off a credit card, pay off what you owe to the credit card company, then you don't need one. But if you do trust yourself to pay off that what you owe, then go ahead and get that and earn the cash back. I know some people who have multiple credit cards for different things. Uh, Certainly that would be something you would need to juggle more of, and I don't think you would want to start with that, obviously, but you can earn certain perks with certain cards, so you would want different cards for different things. um, Again, I don't know, I definitely do not recommend doing that to start with. I would take a look at what you personally feel about your finance, about your financial responsibility, and then make a decision from there. If you do believe you would be financially responsible and pay off the cards, um, the money you owe for the card, then go ahead and get it. You know, earn that cash back, because I mean, like I said, it's essentially free money, even though money isn't free. There's no free lunches, there's no nothing. But at least you're earning money on the payments you're making. If you don't trust yourself and you know you're not going to be responsible and you're not going to pay off that the full amount you owe, and you're going to incur interest, essentially you're paying extra money for buying something. That TV goes from $300 to $336, and that's kind of ridiculous. You don't want that. Then you don't need a credit card, and that's the bottom line. It's really as simple as that. Another thing is there's going to be an annual fee potentially, so you can take that into factor depending on how big your budget is. If you got $100 annual fee, that may be a deal breaker. So that's another thing to look into. I think a lot of annual fees are from like 50 to $100, is what I've seen. As you see, 59, 150. So, and there's some credit cards that are extremely high, not quality, but high. I'm blanking on the word, but you have to be of a certain stature to receive that credit card. So there's going to be a bigger annual fee, but you may get more benefits. So, I mean, it's really as simple as that. Weigh all the things. Weigh the annual fee. Weigh what you believe in yourself. Weigh, do you think if you're gonna pay it off? And if so, maybe you look into it. I'm certainly not opposed to it, and I may even end up getting one myself, because certainly they're not a bad thing, unless you're in debt, unless you're trying to get out of debt. Then they may not be the greatest thing for you. So I'm just going to keep this video real short, guys. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe, and leave a comment what you guys think on credit cards in general. And if you guys do have credit cards, let me know, and see if they benefited you guys' life. So I'll go ahead and catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, happy investing.